Look, honey, I did a thing.
You got cornrows.
Well, there are cornrows, yes.
Officially, we have rows of corn. Look how straight they are. Look how straight they look.
They look a lot better, don't they?
They do.
Mm-hmm.
You would never have noticed if you hadn't given it away.
Yeah, well, you know.
Looks good.
What I have to do now is go in, oh, look at that.
Yep.
Go in and weed between the stalks.
Okay.
But
oh, and yeah, I can see the...
because there's some weed vines, vine weeds, vine weeds growing. They're not poison ivy. I don't know what they are, but I looked up on the app.
Okay.
So anyway, take those things out, and then there's ragweed as well, and some of the ragweed will grow taller than the corn. Yeah. It's crazy how fast those weeds just boom. They just boom, sprouted overnight.
Well, he did say we grow weeds here.
Yes, he did. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Wayne hurt his back the other day, and he's taking it easy.
Yeah.
Okay. I think all of us have
bad backs.
Bad backs now.
Yep.
Well, maybe the interns will show up.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It looks a lot better.
It does look a lot better.
Okay, well, I'm gonna rest.
Okay.
My back hurts.
Okay.
My feet are on fire.
Is your belt too tight? Do your hip shake from left to right?
Okay. I think you're making fun of me.
No, it's a song.
Oh, I see.
Left, 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 right, left. My back aches, my belt's too tight, my hip shake from left to right. Ooh, I've got to have the soul power. My dad taught it to me. I think it's the way he learned his army march with to hold his gun and stuff. I think that's what that came from.
What was the last part of it? It was left, 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 right, left. Wait, what was it?
My back aches, my belt's too tight, my hip shake from left to right. And then it was ooh and gow. Yeah, that's the part I don't know. Got to have the soul power.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe it's willpower. I don't know. See, now I'm gonna have to go look it up.
Yeah.
Help me. Who knows the right words? Or did my dad just make it up and make me think that's what it was all my life? Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
Knowing him, it was fictional.
I definitely need a quit button. Whew. I should have quit like 2 hours ago. My neck is throbbing, my back is throbbing. It was from bending over all day long and pushing on the tiller. It's a little bit too short for me, so my back is just throbbing. One of my friends out in Portland, Oregon, her name is Robin. She runs a company called Inhabit. One of the things that she makes is a pain relieving body butter. And if you have sore muscles, sore knees, sore joints, sore hips, anything like that, this stuff is absolutely amazing. My friend makes it. I really believe in it. So if you have body aches and you don't like to take ibuprofen or over-the-counter medicines, I'm telling you, this stuff is absolutely amazing. It's all natural. Anyway, I'm going to put some on because I am in pain. Put it on pretty liberally. Just put it on all the affected areas and just rub it in. And in about 15 minutes, I'm going to forget that I had a sore neck. Anyway, thanks, Robin. Good morning. Let's see, today is July 14th. It's a Wednesday. About a week ago, I was over at Permapasture's farm doing a farm tour and meeting them actually for the first time. He gave us a bunch of comfrey root clippings. And so I'm going to go plant one of those in the elderberry rows, because we do have an elderberry plant that just didn't make it. So we're going to plant a comfrey there. Next, I think I'll go into the corn patch and continue more weeding. We only need to go about 2 inches down and cover it up and then water it. That's all we need. All I'm going to be doing is taking up the larger weeds. I believe this is ragweed or horseweed. This vine called Morning Glory, I believe. I'm just going to take up the larger ones. I'll come back with a small hoe and get these smaller weeds so I don't have to be bending down and whatnot. I can do it standing up. We have an entire row multiplied by 5. So I'll just work as long as I can until my back's saying no, and on to the next task. It is amazing how fast the mornings go. Mr. Wayne's up. He brought down his a little hoe that we need to find a handle for. Oh,
Sharp,
nice and sharp, huh? Part of the process of shoring up the sawmill shelter is to put a couple more brackets where we have a support for the roof line coming down on this beam here. So I just added a couple more brackets to I think these are trusses where there weren't any. Part of this was just also to get out of the sun because it was pretty hot, so we decided to have me work under the shelter. Yeah, that was fun. Having as many tomato plants as we do requires a lot of maintenance. So Mr. Wayne's going to show us how he trellises his tomatoes using twine and the winding method. So let's go take a look.
You can see that we were quite a ways behind, but I'll show you how I catch up. But on the back side, on the opposite side of us here, we've got our tomatoes coming up, and they also need rewinding. However, they're so heavy it's awkward to rewind them without damaging the tops. But shortly, as you see, we're going to shed a whole lot of weight. And when they shed that weight, when we pick these tomatoes, then we'll rewind these and also feed them so they'll take on a new life. We are always, seems like, working a little behind, and since there's a little bit to do down here and I don't want to damage the leaves, I get me a little coil it up and try to locate where it stopped down here, and then just try to continue the spiral. Try to go behind whatever cluster of tomatoes there are, behind and or above them. We've got another bunch of blooms right here. And this is the lead right here coming out. So right here's a good place. Just come on up. Let's see, maybe I should stay behind this. Behind that set of blossoms. And come right up through there. Looks like a good place. Well, I'll tighten them up and then I'll maybe pull to one side to sort of straighten them. And then I just give some gentle pressure. Doesn't take a lot. As you see, we have large healthy stalks and they're holding up even without being wound up. However, they would not hold up very long.
Look it, unlike the Wicked Witch of the West. Oh, I'm gonna get you, my pretty. Is that what she says, Wizard of Oz? I'm gonna get you, my pretty. That's from pruning and trellising the tomatoes. Good morning. It's a little early. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just gonna continue weeding the cornfields. Didn't get that finished the other day, so that's my morning chore. And then I think I'm going to do a couple smaller things that will keep me out of the sun. I was reminded, however, that I missed saying happy birthday to a friend of mine on his birthday. So Tarun, happy birthday, July 12th. I hope it was a good one with you and your family. Let's get weeding corn. I like the early mornings because I can kind of have my own time. Nobody's really up. My scheduled tasks or things that I want to do, and most of the time I like it because I get to kind of just think through things. But lately it's been more difficult because, you know, it's almost been almost a year, a couple months away from a year of being out on the road and trying to find a place for our homestead. And let me tell you, I'm really missing my family. We talk quite a bit, text quite a bit, but it's just not the same. So when I'm out working by myself and just kind of doing repetitive tasks or something, I get a lot of time to think and reflect, and the trade-offs between moving away for possibilities that didn't exist where I lived, and then being away from the family, my kids. It's hard. Yeah, I miss them a lot. I'm going to call it good for now because the bugs are out in full force, especially those little guys that like to bite and sting. The no-see-ums, I think they are. So I'm going to go inside, have some breakfast, come out a little bit later when they are gone. I went to go check on our garden and found that our basil exploded overnight. And it's starting to flower and go to seed. So I picked off a bunch of the flower heads. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, but that's what I did. And I'm going to give it to Katie and see what she can make out of it. It smells really good. Oh, that smells really good.